Hey, Golden Child. Welcome to another episode of Freedom Fridays with Jalisa, the Golden Child. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Thank you so much for watching. This is my podcast, among other things. Forgot to put that to pause that video. I know you can hear me, okay? That's how I know you can hear me. But yes, um, I'm Jalisa, also known as Jalisa the Golden Child, and this is my weekly podcast. I do so many different segments on my channel, but this is where really my consistency began with my journey on YouTube. When I decided that this was something that I wanted to do, something that I wanted to focus on as far as being a YouTuber, this was where it began, and I just built on it from there. And now we have our Monday co-working session. We have Book Talk Tuesday, Wealth Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Freedom Friday, Storytime Saturday, and then Soul Care Sunday Social, which is only a monthly event. So we are live. We are here almost every single day, as well as over on LinkedIn. You can find me at Jalisa the Golden Child as well, where I post daily, as well as on Wednesdays I do a indie authors. Oh, they're picking up. Indie authors playbook, where I answer some of the pressing and burning questions around self-publishing, because I am a publisher. I support authors and aspiring authors with self-publishing their work. I am also a single mom. I have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. So throughout my videos, you'll probably see one or all of them. My door is locked right now, but my 5-year-old and my 4-year-old, they both know how to unlock the door. So we'll see how this goes. I try to keep these short, at least 15 to 20 minutes. And in addition to being a single mom, I am a board certified holistic health practitioner. I am an author. I have a book and a planner. Both of them are on Amazon. I am a trauma and money certified professional, a human design expert. I am a Reiki master, energy worker. I am a speaker. I'm a singer, a songer, a poet. Um, and I actually have, if you're in the DMV area, I will be sharing more about that soon. Probably should already be sharing about it, but April 2nd, I will be performing with the Voices of Survival Choir in Howard County, Maryland. So if you're in the DMV area and you're an advocate or a survivor of um, sexual assault, sexual violence, then that's what this candlelight vigil is for on April 2nd, where our choir will be performing. Um, so, yes, that is a little bit about me. Feel free to write in the comment section, introduce yourself, let me know where you're tuning in from. I really want to get to know more about my audience here on YouTube, get more engagement going on my videos, so more people can hear and watch my videos and know about the information that I'm sharing. This month, we've been talking about making herstory. Not history, of course, is Women's History Month. And we've just been having conversations within my meetup group. Yesterday, our group journaling session was so potent and so powerful. If you're watching today and you were there, thank you so much again. From the bottom, top, sides of my heart, I appreciate you, because it's just a magical place. If you haven't been a part of my meetup group and you're a Black woman, you're missing out, okay? You're missing out, okay? Go on over there on Meetup, find my profile, okay? It's probably on one of the links in all of my videos, and join my meetup groups, because you're missing out. But just this conversation around making herstory, not history, making herstory, um, and really digging and diving into what it means to leave a legacy as well as live a legacy. Because leaving a legacy starts in the present, it starts where you are now. Your decisions, your um, willingness to walk in your purpose, to walk in your calling, to walk in your gifts, your talents, your abilities. That's where your history, your ability to make history begins. It doesn't begin when you're no longer here physically. It begins now. Um, I am at my standing desk and I am very high energy. So if my movement is too much, just comment like stand still. But this conversation for me, one of the things it led to was looking at my relationship with my parents. And had an incidents recently that have really challenged me in so many ways, but also has I'll just use the word challenge. They have challenged me to look at things from a new perspective and be more vigilant when it comes to my children, be more vigilant when it comes to what's going on around me and the people that are around me. Um, and my children as well. Um, because of what I experienced as a child, I have had a lot of healing work to do, a lot of inner child healing work to do in order to get to a space and place where I'm not always hyper vigilant when it comes to my kids. But the way that generational curses work, they don't stop just because they don't stop trying to move on to the next generation just because you've decided that it stops with you. And if your parents don't do the work and they're still alive, they're still going to impact your children one way or another. Especially if for me, my experience, I live with both of my parents. And where my mother has done a lot of healing work, my father has not. So there's this dual dynamic of really light and dark, really battling for my children. And it has led to me really having to be intentional with understanding that hurt people, and understanding truly what forgiveness is, what it looks like, and how to go about it in a way that doesn't create a more toxic and dysfunctional dynamic than is already present. Um, So for me, a part of my legacy is one, yes, respecting my parents, but also knowing that boundaries are required in relationships with your parents. Just because they're your parents does not mean that you don't need to set boundaries. It does not mean that anything goes, like can say anything, do anything to you just because they're your parents, and say or do anything to your children just because they're your parents. So for me, yes, it has a part of my legacy when it comes to my children is showing them that yes, mommy is the one that brought you into this world, and I can take you. No, I'm just playing. Um, but I do my best not to have this hierarchical, oh, I'm the parent, do as I say, not as I do type of relationship. I do my best to have a relationship where my children understand where I'm coming from, and me do my best to understand where they're coming from, so that I don't have a dysfunctional and chaotic and toxic relationship with my kids as they get older. I've never really had a good relationship with my father. And it's not that I haven't tried, but it's also not my responsibility. And it's not my responsibility to do the healing work for him or try to put my thoughts on the healing that needs to take place on him. So for me, it has taken a lot of shifting perspective in order to truly forgive and move forward from the things that he's done and the things that have occurred because of him when it comes to my children. It's not easy. It's still something that I'm working through, but my desire is to be the best example of a mom that I can be, and it has led me to releasing this idea of perfection, releasing this idea that I always have to do everything right, releasing this idea that it has to be this picture perfect situation, especially when it came to their father in particular. I had to really reprogram my mind, reprogram my thoughts around what a what type of family dynamic I want to have because I've never really seen a healthy relationship up close. And the closest healthy relationship I've seen is my mom and her relationship with God in a way. But now having my own relationship with God and having my own relationship with myself, that for me has shifted things and how I interact with my children, how I interact with other people, and just has given me the ability to show up so much different in my relationships with my kids so that my kids know that regardless of what I went through, regardless of what I experienced, it did not define me. And that is how I can share about my different experiences, how I can write about my different experiences, how I can sing about my different experiences because I've done and am doing the healing work. So, what is it that you would like your legacy to be? What is it that you would like for your, how would you like your relationship with your kids or your relationship with your parents to be? And what is it that you can do, even if they never change? What is it that you can do to have that type of relationship or even just have a different reaction or a different response to their chaos and their dysfunction? This is a journey that I'm on currently. So I don't necessarily have any answers. But it starts with you. I'll definitely say it starts with you. Just like your legacy starts with you. It of course doesn't end with you. The things that you leave behind. The For me, I desire to leave behind a legacy of peace. I desire to leave behind a legacy of love. And these things are eternal. These things can be passed down from generation to generation. I don't want to pass down dysfunction and chaos and abuse and incest and all of these addictions. Like those are the things that I am actively working towards making sure the best that I can that my children don't have the same experiences or those things aren't passed down to them. And it's definitely a heavy load, but I was built for it. And if that's your calling, if that's your role in your lineage, just know that you are built for it, that you are equipped for it, that you have what it takes in order to do it. And you already have a track record of success. You've overcome 100% of your worst days, 100% of your hardest days, 100% of the days that you thought would surely be the ones that were your demise. They were not, and you're still here. And it's for a reason. So I'm complete, y'all. If you have any questions, you want more details about specifically the generational curses that I've been overcoming, battling against, feel free to drop a message in the comment section or email me. Hello@jalisahardy.com. Tomorrow, hopefully, I will do Storytime Saturday. And if you haven't noticed, these are earlier in the day. I'm working on being more intentional about my Sabbath. And my Sabbath is from Friday, my brain, Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That whole 24-hour period is my Sabbath. So I'm working on being more intentional about just honoring my Sabbath, honoring that rest, and just being more present with my family and my friends and my loved ones. So that is why these are now at 5 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock. Um, yeah, that is all I have. Um, just remember, if nobody told you today, I love you, I see you, I'm so proud of you, and I'll see you in the next episode.